Hi, Mr. Pohl here. This is to all the people that I subscribe to. If whether or not you're going to ever listen to this video or not, I just want to really thank you very much. I really appreciate your productions and all the hard work that you've done and put into your videos. And you don't know how grateful I am, because I live in a society, in a community where I can't really communicate how I really feel, or have other people communicate to me what's important things that is available, and what you're doing out there. I think it's a matter of, like, it used to be I'd go to the library and I'd go and I'd read books, and I'd sit at tables, read books, and unless I was at a college or somewhere where other people were learning too, there was no way of sharing. There was no interchange of the information. It was all one way. It was all reading and taking it in, taking it in, taking it in. So in a way, I've been able to express myself, and also I've been able to learn from what other people, their own experiences have. The way you present information to share it with me has helped me, has encouraged me as a scholar, as somebody that's interested in learning, not to learn for a career, not to learn just to further myself in my income. And this is very important to me, because when I got out of high school, I just didn't want to have anything to do with school anymore. I wanted to just go and work and make money and be able to have a nice apartment, have a car, have a girlfriend, etc., etc. But as time went on and I worked dead-end jobs, I worked jobs that were day after day after day doing exactly the same thing with no stimulation, no intellectual growth, I was on the verge of almost wanting to kill myself, knowing that I'd be stuck doing the same thing in these dead-end jobs again and again and again without being intellectually stimulated. And then at that point in time, I envied the people that were like research scientists and the artists that had time to develop their intellect and explore their creativity in a way that that would enhance their life along their life path and make them a happier, more balanced and enlightened person. So I went back to school, and I said, I'm not going to follow a course agenda. All I'm going to do is I'm going to take this class because I'm interested in learning about that subject. I'm curious about it. I want to know more about it. I want to understand where I fit in as a human being on this planet, and I want to be able to glean information from all the other scientists and scholars that have come before me and learn about where I fit into the big picture. So it wasn't about going to school to make more money, to get a better job. It was all about learning because I wanted to grow as a person. I wanted to experience knowledge that would be, aha, well that's why that is the way it is, you know, and understand the earth that I live on, understand the universe that I live in, understand the other philosophers and people that have come before me that have struggled with their own, trying to find out their reason they're here and the path that they're on and who they are as individual people. And so in a way, this venue here has given me that opportunity, as well as exploring other people's ideas along these same lines. So I'm really appreciative of that. I understand it's a business, and that, you know, they're producing videos to get attention, to get advertising, and that's understandable. And I do have another channel that I do advertise, you know, on the videos that I'm producing. So in this channel, I won't be doing that, and I hope that's okay. I mean, I don't know how long that will be able to do that, but I'm only here just to share what I know as a person, because as a person, I know I've experienced very unique things in my own life that probably very few other people have experienced, and vice versa for you guys out there too. There's probably things that you've learned by your journey in your life that you could share, or you have shared, that are important, that you can get out there, you know. And so this is just part of my journey. All this right here, you know, it's been like trying to learn one thing after another thing after another thing, and connecting the dots and that sort of thing with, you know, religion and philosophy and science and some fiction and, you know, history and psychology and not to pursue, not to learn to try to make money, not to learn to try to, oh, what can I learn to get more materially, but to learn just to have, to grow spiritually, to find out, you know, what this is all about. You know, maybe connect enough dots together to to learn the key to being more of a happier person. Because I believe, as a scholar, as somebody that's the direction I'm trying to go in is that I could be completely dirt poor, almost dirt poor, and just have the essentials just to live, and be a scholar, and just like maybe do some artwork once in a while. And I don't see being that, to me, that's real wealth. To me, real wealth and riches is having time, is having the freedom of the mind to be able to explore what you want to explore, and not be locked into a dead-end job where you're in a job and they own your mind for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 52 weeks out of the year. The company that you work for owns your brain when you're there. You're not free to explore, to delve, to think what you want to think when you're at a job. So if somebody's a scholar, if you're in school and you're learning and you're wondering why not, I don't have any money, I can't get a job and all that. If you like learning, then just do what you need to do to get food and a comfortable place to live, and pursue what you really love. Pursue learning and enjoy that, and don't worry about what other people think, or you don't have, you know, you're not successful, because that's all bullshit. That's just bullshit, just because it's consumerism, and it's a business model, a meme that's part of getting everybody to go along and do and generate wealth. But your own path, your life path, it should be, I envy the people that have free time to read books and study and learn and have their mind free. I envy those people, because I'm 52 years old, and I've gotten myself into, I'm married, and I have a house payment, and I have family obligations, and I have, bills I have to pay. I have, a certain lifestyle I'm trying to maintain. And it's really, probably, if I could go back in time and change things, I would just stay a student for the rest of my life. I would stay like a hermit, a scholar, somebody that was meditating, was learning. So if you're thinking about, well, you don't want to get back, you want to get into the workforce, think about because once you start working, then you're going to buy stuff, and then you're going to get in loans for a house and a car and all that. It's going to be like a ball and chain. You're going to go, well, I really should have been like glad when I was in school. I should have been happy that I had that free time to think and to study and to explore. And really, if you got a passion for art, and you have time to do that. So in a way, this is me here, Mr. Poole, giving you my interpretation of that do what you want to do and follow it with all your heart. Like Joseph Campbell, I have his, The Power of Myth, and he said, follow your bliss. And that's exactly, he couldn't have been more right on about that. If you feel like you really love to do something, just put everything you have into that, and don't let anything stop you. And if that's school and studying and learning and exploring like different philosophies and different religions, or if it's reading about all different kinds of things, then get into the habit of reading a lot and being happy with that, and like exploring and having your mind free. That's the main thing. Is when you start getting into debt and house payments and getting married and having a family and all that, and you're caught up in that, they own that company you work for, that job that you have. It's like that you go there and they lock your head into this thing, right? You can't turn it or anything, and you're like stuck, and you're having to do the same thing every day, and you don't have that learning, the learning and studying and being in school. That should be like, you should be like, look, be glad about that. Be glad that you're not stuck in a job that you hate, because you have all these bills to pay. So anyhow, signing off.